Well, I drove up to Mount Pleasant. I got logged in a little after 2. And the first order that came across my screen was a shop that was over $100. I'll show you screenshots. And also, you know, great to see everybody back again for another video. So I got that $100 shop. I was walking in and got an add-on for another $12, and got some pictures from the shop after it was done as well to show you. And I did it all in a little over 2 hours, so I made a lot of money in a very short amount of time. And that's really why we do this. But I don't get these types of orders every day. I think this is the 3rd largest order I've ever gotten on DoorDash in 6 years. So was happy for that. Got that all dropped off. It took me halfway home from Mount Pleasant, heading back to Elma now. And we'll just kind of lazy boy the food delivery orders today because I'm already ahead, and try to pick up some shops where I can. When I get some more, I'll show those to you, and we'll see how we do for the day. Just grabbed a nice little paying shop, got that shopped. Not very many items, only going a couple of miles, getting ready to go drop that off as well. So didn't take that long to get it, so let's keep going. Really liking the feel for just the shops. We'll see if we get any, you know, average food orders, because none of those are gonna go big with what DoorDash is doing to us. So yeah, let's get this run, and maybe we'll grab a Shipt or an Instacart or something else. I've still got like 5 hours on the day yet. So I just got that shopping order dropped off, and I've been answering text messages as well while I was sitting waiting for orders. And I was talking to a friend of mine. She was saying, you know, you have to take time for yourself, because I work 7 days a week, whether it's out here dashing or whether it's, you know, just working on music or working on my gig channel or working on the wife's cooking channel and her vlog channel. And how many other people struggle with like personal time and family time balance? And how do you find it? What things do you do to basically, you know, for lack of better terms, find the time? Because anybody that does this knows that if they're not working, they're not making money. And we have all the freedom in the world, but it's also easy to get in a trend of not coming out as much as you need to. That can sometimes be just as dangerous to your livelihood, because it's so easy to just say, no, I'm not going to work today. I did all right yesterday, so why work today? So just curious, how do you guys find that work-life balance when you do this and you're basically trading your time for money? Let me know in the comments below. Had just grabbed me a little bit of Caesars, was eating my lunch, so I had DoorDash on pause, and my Shipt went off. Just got a $13.94 base pay with a $13 estimated tip. It's about 30 to 40-ish items, going like 4 miles. Go ahead and run that, take a chance, see what it goes up to. And probably shouldn't take too long to do that shop, so I'll go ahead and get that knocked out, and I'll show that to you once. Sorry, wow, indigestion. Gotta love it, Little Caesars. I'll show that to you once the tip comes in, if it comes in, and we'll go from there. Yeah, that tip on that one actually came in relatively quick. And most times they do on the prepaids. If they're not a prepaid and you have to swipe your card, it's going to take 2 hours. But yeah, that one came in almost as quick as a pre-tip. I got like a couple miles away from the house and the tip came in. It was a substantial tip. It was a little over 20 bucks on top of the base pay of 13. It was like $33, $34. I will definitely take that for sure. So sometimes shops are just where is at, even though I got lucky with that DoorDash earlier today. still, it's making for a really good day. I haven't tallied up. Sometimes it's better not to know, because then you start to relax too much. So hopefully we get some food deliveries and stuff. Got about 3.5 hours of my shift left. Not doing too bad at all. I will take it. Just took another shop. It should end up paying about $25 or so when I drop it off, providing the tip estimate is accurate. Usually those are a little higher. It's got some on-time delivery. Thing is, I got to shop it and get it delivered in the next 57 minutes or it's late. So some of the bonuses from on-time delivery. So we'll get that knocked out real quick and we'll see how that goes. So I don't really know what else to say about it other than let's get it shopped and let's get it dropped off. So I'm on my way out to deliver this Shipt shop that I just took. It only took me about 20 minutes to shop it and get back on the road. I'll be dropping it off with like a half hour to spare. But the one thing that's really going through my mind is it's really weird to be riding in a car by myself without the passenger princess. I mean, it's fine. I can do it. But I don't know, it's weird. I just kind of miss her. So, you know, even though sometimes it can get or have some tension in the car, it's kind of crazy that I do miss her. So, but no, she's doing her own thing. She's working on her own channel. You should check it out if you want to look it up. It's Cookie Bear's Corner. She does some cooking and she's just starting to get into the vlogging, and it's not staged cooking. It's just like your average kitchen cooking, home cooked, real, unscripted. So if you want to go check that out, go check out her channel. I'm sure she would appreciate it. Tell her I sent you over there. So we're going to go ahead and get down the road a few more miles here and drop this off. Alright, so let's talk Shipt a little bit and how their orders come across. So there are many types of orders as far as how they're presented. Sometimes you'll get just the base pay, and that will be all that it has. Those can have tips on them. Either Shipt doesn't have enough history for that specific customer to show an estimated tip, or they just don't tip at all. So, or Shipt is hiding it, which I wouldn't put it past them. Then you've got orders that show the base pay plus an estimated tip, and then when you click on it and you go in it, sometimes it's a pre-tip, sometimes it's not. If it's just an estimated tip, usually those will go higher. Most times they won't be immediate. Sometimes they're slow tipping customers. You might get it a couple of days later. And if it's a pre-tip, unless you've done something wrong, you'll get it within a couple of minutes of dropping the order off. Then you have on-time deliveries, which they will give you bonus money for delivering it off in the hour that it's due, but it's coming close to being due, so you have to really speed shop those. And then the other orders that you can get are, I think they're just promo pay, which means they're just boosted. And if they're on promo, usually you get a half hour past the drop-off time because they're already running late. What I found is I try to not look at the tips as much. I mean, it's part of my judgment, but a lot of times you can get cash tips on Shipt. That's where I get them more than I ever have on DoorDash. So I might get 5 to 10 cash tips a week. But the problem with Shipt is, yes, you can still get stiffed on a no-tip customer. The other orders that you can see, they actually have a 0 put right in. That doesn't mean necessarily that they're not going to tip you, but a good majority of time, they zeroed the tip out and they're not going to tip you. The other part of that is sometimes they're cash tippers, and they just put the 0 in because they're going to tip you in cash. it's good to kind of keep a database of once you went to an address, so even if you get burned, you only get burned once. So I hope that helps you with the shipped orders in general. And I figured I'd just chime in on that because I try to leave at least some instructional stuff in my video. So like I said, I hope that helps. Right now I'm running pretty good. I'm about a little over 6 hours into my shift. I think I'm at like 180, 190, depending on if that last shipped order I dropped off the tip comes in. So a very, very good day. So hopefully we get some more. Well, I just took this shipped. It's $24.85 for 11 miles. It's only like 19 items, actually, unique items. I'm going to take a chance on it and see if I get a tip. If I get stiff, that's all right. It's still 25 bucks. It take about 15 to 20 minutes to drive it out there, so that gives me about 20 minutes to shop it, 25 minutes to shop it. Should be no problem. We'll see if I get lucky on this one. This is one of them that I said has no information for tip, but doesn't mean you won't get one. We'll see what happens. Just got that shopped. Only took about 30 minutes. Made a quick stop at the gas station to pick up something to drink. Looks like I'll have about 10 minutes to spare on it being in its original delivery time. So, but even then I still would have had 40 minutes, but I prefer to hit the mark, get it delivered, get it ripped out, and move on to the next one. The sun is pretty bright. I'm hoping that these videos are coming out all right with the sun coming in and out and driving into it and everything else. I guess it's just what we have to deal with because I can't record every time I'm stopped. So sometimes I got to record on the fly. So I guess that is what it is. I'll post some screenshots of what that was and what it went for. If I got tipped on it, if I got tipped on the other, you'll see that when I posted that. So yeah, here we go. Let's go. Let's have some fun. This should break me over to 200 easy. Yeah, just got that order dropped off. Very, very nice lady. She was talking about preferring me for shipped, which would be great. I told her Instacart, you know, we kind of get paid a little bit more. You might want to put the order in there. The drivers are more aggressive about taking orders because she waited like 3 hours to get a driver to pick that up because Shipt wasn't showing her as a tipper, even though she's done lots of shipped orders and she tips in app. So, but that's the end of my day. Had one tip that didn't come in or will come in later on Shipt. But for the most part, did very, very well. Like $237 for 8 hours. I will absolutely take that. What a great day. So we will catch you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed the ride along, and see you next time.